In Florida, Governor Rick Scott was forced to allow Festivus poll to go up because everybody's got a right to practice whatever religion they want. The poll is made out of Pabst Blue Ribbon beer cans and is next to a nativity manger and a 3 wise men display. Okay, so obviously Gretchen's not going to be happy about this.
Bill, I am so outraged by this. Why do I have to drive around with my kids to look for nativity scenes and be like, oh yeah, kids, look, there's baby Jesus behind the Festivus pole made out of beer cans. It's nuts.
Remember a couple of years ago we had a Supreme Court decision that said the gays in their own contingent could not march in the St. Patrick's Day parade. Okay, leaving aside the private segment of it, we don't want to have the Klan out there on Martin Luther King Day with their monuments right next to a bust of Martin Luther King. We don't want to have neo-Nazis out there to stick at the Jews on Yom Kippur. And we shouldn't have people out there ready to thrash Christianity, given that proximity. Let them do it some of the time and some of the place.
Because the season doesn't belong to Christianity. The season belongs to everybody.
80% of America.
That doesn't matter.
Fine, but why
Christianity, wait a minute. Christianity stole the season from the solstice.
Stole the season?
Sorry.
You don't even believe that. You don't even believe that.
Jeremiah 10, don't deck a tree of gold.
Now all of a sudden, an atheist is going to cite the Bible
I can
to me?
cite it better
As
than you.
authority?
I can prove it to you. Yes, I can.
No, I think
that's why I'm an atheist.
That somehow the Christians stole Christmas from the atheists. I don't.
But that's only totally accurate. That's exactly what happened. The reason we have pine trees is because it was a pagan tradition, because the leaves of the pine tree don't fall, so it represents eternal life. As we come back from darkness, which is December 21st, which is the darkest day of the year. It's the winter solstice. And in fact, those pagan traditions that were already existing in Europe were adopted to bring in more people into Christianity. For example, I don't know if you know this, but there's no cute bunny in the Bible. And he doesn't lay eggs. Jesus never talked about that. That was also a pagan tradition. But these goofballs would be like, oh yeah, I guess you're going to tell me that the atheists came up with the Easter bunny. You guys are so stupid. It's awesome. Okay, yes, atheists have the same rights. And it's not nuts. And did you hear what Gretchen Carlson said? I am forced to drive around with my kids and look at the Festivus pole. No. We, atheists and agnostics and people of other faiths, are forced to drive around and constantly be bashed over the head with the 10 Commandments and the nativity scenes and all of that you keep putting up. For the first time, they put up a Festivus poll and you go, how dare you? What do you mean, how dare you? You've been doing it for over 100 years. Now, me personally, I don't mind. I love Christmas, and the nativity scenes amuse me, and it's a nice mythology. It's fun, it's cute. I got no problems with it. But you can't complain that atheists are forcing things on you when that's the principal problem in the first place because of what you guys have been doing all along. Now, finally, they were going to stump David Silverman here, of course, as he's been stumped before on Fox News. Gretchen Carlson couldn't get him on the baby Jesus, so they brought in the big guy.
Tide goes in, tide goes out. Never a miscommunication. You can't explain that.